keep that constraint also.
What is that deadline?
I'm not sure what that exact deadline is.
I mean, how can you not allow us to extend the deadline if you don't know the deadline that you're in? I mean, can you respond to that?
I believe, my understanding, and I will check with the dean this afternoon, that the June 15th deadline will not be consistent with the university's deadline that is forcing us to give them a plan.
Bernie Marsden said we had time.
All right, so we're gonna ask about the second demand now. Transparency. One of the biggest complaints that we had at the town hall, where 400, 500, 450 folks came out, is that there was not enough transparency in the project proposal. Now, the second demand that was made in the town hall is to make publicly available all budget data, financial models, and correspondences that were considered when building this proposed fund of April 11th.
Yes, we are going to adhere to all information requests that we are allowed to release. We are going to release information that we are allowed to do so.
So are we to understand that all of the information is going to be made available public in the website?
Provided it meets, doesn't conflict with confidential information, other guidelines that we have to adhere to in the university, we will be releasing information requests.
When?
I have not heard from the dean on what the time frame is.
The problem that we have right now is that the deadline for comment ends on Wednesday evening. So can we make that available by 5 p.m. today?
I will check with the dean on that. He's coming back to the office very soon.
I'm going to check now on the waiting.
Folks, here's the thing. The people right here, they're extremely reasonable. They demand transparency because their lives are going to be affected. So is that data going to be available in the way that we already delineated it by today?
I basically answered that question.
Wrong answer.
We're going to move into the third demand. To commission and make public a long-term economic impact analysis and job market analysis, as well as an analysis of the projected reputation and research impact upon the University of Florida, given the proposed plan of April 11th.
I need to talk with the dean on that one. I do not know.
Get the dean out. Get the dean to talk to us. What is your job here?
Is the dean here?
The dean is not here right now. She's in a meeting, but she's coming back.
Can we call her right now? Can you call her her cell phone right now? This is urgent.
This is important.
We are here. I can go in and see.
Yes, we want that.
She is not available right now.
Then she be available, we'll come again.
Yeah, we'll come again.
No, then
We're going to go into that in a second, folks, into what happens next. But now the fourth demand. The public was pledged not to institute any unjustified, recurrent or otherwise cuts to the CISE department.
At this point, we can't commit to that. I mean, I know that's true. We're not committed.
So you don't commit to not make unjustified cuts?
That's a tricky one. But in terms of the cuts itself, I cannot commit whether we're going to be making cuts or not at this point.
You don't know anything. What's your job? Why do we pay your salary?
I am an associate dean for research. Just started this job about 3.5 weeks ago. So I am new to this. So I know that the dean is considering the proposal, and I know that we are adhering to information and requests as needed. I also understand that we have to report a budget to the university administration in the time frame that they have indicated to us. Okay? So those things are true.
What is the time frame then?
What is the time
I
frame?
think we're going to ask the fifth demand, just to get their take on it. The fifth demand, to maintain and/or reinstate all CISE staff members currently on notice for termination.
At this point, I can't commit to that.
What is this
All of these requests are part of the whole proposed budget cut plan. So at this point, I can't say that we're not going to do these things.
It's not a proposal.
How can you do
So-
it before the proposal is
Now we're going to go into the sixth demand. Publicly pledge not to lay off, fire, or otherwise eliminate staff and their positions from CISE unless such actions are mutually agreed upon by CISE faculty and department administration.
Again, it's the same answer. But also, shared governance means that all participate in proposing solutions. Shared governance does not mean collective decision making. So a decision does have to be made, and the decision will be made by the team.
Extend the deadline.
all you're doing is shoving it down our throats. You're not adhering to shared governance.
We're going to ask the seventh demand, folks, to create and publicly present at least 3 separate budget cut proposals for discussion.
I am not aware of this being part of the dean's plan. The dean has proposed this budget cut plan, and I believe
Only one plan.
if
All right, folks. So you mentioned shared governance does not mean collective governance.
No, it doesn't mean collective decision making.
All right. But we are interested in democratizing the process.